Okay, so I'm gonna say this, then I'm out. I realized that we could live life with two different sets of lenses on. One lens is the lens of judgment, and the second lens is a lens of living life with the idea of correction. So I feel like if you have on a set of lenses where you live a life based off a standpoint of constantly being judged, you are probably very defensive, and it's very hard to hold you accountable because everything said is heard with the ear ready to jump on it and attack, right? You listen with the desire to respond instead of understand. Now, a lens that I personally live by is a lens of correction. I've always lived this way, but this is the first time I've ever been able to call it this. This is where a person holds themselves accountable. They're okay with holding a mirror up to themselves saying, you know what, I didn't really handle that situation so well. But you learn for the next time that you have an encounter. And I don't say when like you calling any ill will upon yourself, but the truth is everybody don't get along 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sometimes people have their moments, especially if you have a maid or somebody close to you in your house, whatever, a teenage child, whatever the case is. You gonna have a moment when you and somebody disagree. And I feel like when you live in a life from a place of correction, you learn how to settle down and de-escalate in those moments to try to understand that other person's point of view a little bit better. And it may not necessarily be a, oh yeah, they was right, I was wrong, but it was more like a, okay, I acknowledge how my actions made you feel type of thing. And then it don't become a blame game. It becomes, okay, let me just try to listen to understand what they even talking about. And honestly, correction doesn't, it's a quiet life. Like, it's not a life where there's an audience. Unless you decide to bring an audience along. But then is it genuine at that point? I don't know. But I just know that some things are not things that you change for other people to see. It's a thing that you change because you've decided to live this life where it's okay to grow and it's okay to be better. And sometimes correction is going to come in a form that you may not necessarily feel cozy about, but it is what it is. And it doesn't have to be anything major. You might hold yourself accountable. That's where the accountability comes along in. You hold yourself accountable in the dark. So when something comes to light, you're not like, ooh, light, like, ooh, like, no, you already in the light. Makes sense? Okay, good. Okay, that's it. I'm out.